Mavs Magic, the NBA on 2K Sports. It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, thanks very much.
And the message usually received, DA, thank you. Still very early in the season here, but teams, Greg, beginning to hit their stride and get into a rhythm.
And the same can be said for the younger talents. Rookies are shaking off those debut jitters and starting to show us what they can really do.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Franz Wagner is out there with Fultz. And there's Gordon. And it's Vucevic. And it's Banchero in at the 4 spot. And for the Mavericks, Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. Jalen Brunson out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Marjanovic in at the center position. Now Doncic following Franz Wagner's three-point attempt. Basket good.
Boy, what balance from Doncic. I mean, he never seems to get rattled, even when he attracts contact on the way to score. Maintains his poise in those situations extremely well for a young player.
Banchero, that's good.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Now here's Porzingis. Against Golden State, he was really on his game. And it's Gordon with the finish.
And smart ball movement there from Banchero. And that selflessness will endear him to his teammates.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Marjanovic against Gordon. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Clark, hasn't the Magic had some of the worst injury luck in this NBA the last couple seasons?
Certainly have, Kevin. And this is a team that has been trying to develop young players. And they've been somewhat stifled because of injury. And I think the best way to grow is through young players. And you've got to give them reps playing games. So it's been frustrating for Orlando to have these outstanding young talents be thwarted by injury.
And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, this is why you build out your depth as best you can. I mean, you just never know when injuries might show up.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Lights checked in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, guys, KP sometimes is just overwhelming. I mean, when he gets good position, he sometimes just forces the defense to foul.
And staying healthy for Porzingis has been a challenge over his career. Not uncommon for players standing well above 7 feet. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And it's Wright missing. Magic leading by 4. Oh, Vucevic in position. Doncic with the steal. Here's Wright driving inside. And the dunk by Wright.
Nice look from Porzingis. Good vision there. That's what he has to do with the ball in his hand. Scan the floor, see what's available, keep his teammates involved as much as possible.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
And in New York, even before his injuries, the front office voiced concerns about Porzingis' ability to stay healthy.
Well, the track record for players 7-2 and up, not great. And today's game demands more movement from big men than ever before.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. A nice shot by Howard.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Right against Howard. 11 feet away, off the left rim and out.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
All the officials are all over that.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling. During the summer of 2021, the Mavericks had some major changes. Longtime head coach Rick Carlisle left after 13 years in Dallas, and they also got a new GM.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Hardaway with the steal. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. The Mavericks trailing. Coaching staff changes aside, Clark. The front office moves affect players that much?
I think they do, Kevin. It's hard for them not to. Normally we see a flurry of trades or free agent signings. We saw it with the Mavericks trading away Kristaps Porzingis, changing the composition of their squad, going in a different direction. So that'll take some adjusting to.
Here's Doncic. After Jonathan Isaac's bucket. Misses from close range.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Here's Wright. Magic knocking down the tray. And that one drops for him. Wright's got his third bucket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, here's Isaac. Got a piece of it and stolen by Wright. And now here comes Wright leading the break.
Well, you know, you've got to really appreciate DeLon Wright's relentless desire to get better. I mean, this guy's constantly trying to hone his craft. Well, I tell you what, you look at the youth of the Magic and the talent they have all throughout the roster. I think it's just a matter of time and seasoning before this team takes a really big jump forward.
From 13, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great activity level on the board. Impressive. Wow.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Now, here's Doncic. Tight defense on him. Count the basket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Howard can't hit. With 1 on the clock. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Magic lead by 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
Get out of your seat and on your feet.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Magic?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
Mavericks trail by 4. This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Banchero out there with Vucevic. Then it's Franz Wagner. And there's Fultz. And it's Gordon in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Gordon. I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. It's Powell on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Finney-Smith. Vucevic with the rebound. Magic leading by 6. In the corner, it's Gordon. Here's Vucevic. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Boy, so smart and relentless on the offensive glass. Seems to me that Vucevic has that extra sense of tracking down missed shots. Seems to just have a nose for the ball.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. The shot by Powell, no good.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
That shot, no good. Great D that time from Vucevic. Here's Banchero. It's deflected, and he gets it back. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the Mavericks. 8-point game. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. With Luka Doncic still in his early 20s, the Magic are building something. Jalen Brunson, who was re-signed this summer, says, "We're growing as a team. We're just locked in. It's been a fun thing to be a part of. I don't think we're going to let this slip away anytime soon." Kevin, we'll see how far they can go.
Well, they're plenty good. They've got talent, DA, and we thank you for that story. Here's Finney Smith. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
Defense all up in Finney Smith's grill, but he stays strong and still gets the shot through.
And like so many stars from afar, Maxi Kleber won his share of awards back home.
Yeah, found a lot of success playing in Germany. NBA scouts watch foreign leagues very closely to find guys just like Maxi.
Time now for an injury report. Now for an update on Jalen Brunson's injury, let's go to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from the Mavericks head athletic trainer. I'm being told that it is a fractured hand. This is not how they wanted to begin the season, and it'll be interesting to see how much this hurts them. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
Dallas calls timeout, and this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
The interconference matchup, and these are two teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
Well, you know, they swept the season series a year ago. The expectation is they'll do the same thing again this time around.
Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And it's finishes like that which have helped them build this lead here in the first half.
For a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
And there's the pass to Powell. The shot misses. And it's the Magic taking it the other way.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
The Magic making a switch here. Mavericks trail by 14. To stop the run, and it's sent back by Isaac.
He's gifted with incredible length. Isaac is almost a footer, 7 feet that is, so he should pile up the block shots.
And Porzingis throws it down hard.
Boy, a creative finisher who throws it down with ease at 7-3. Put the ball in Porzingis' hands, and he'll occasionally wow you.
And Clark, don't you have to admire the way the Mavericks are always looking to compete?
Yeah, I like that, Kevin. It's a good point by you. It starts at the top of the organization. I mean, the team has really avoided any kind of lengthy rebuild. To their credit, they want to win, and this team is definitely capable of doing that. You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Here's Okeke. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Isaac with the steal. Here's Okeke, guarded by Wright. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. The Mavericks, GA, have been trying to tighten up their defense the past few seasons. And it's beginning to show.
And we're seeing signs that the players are getting the message. That they're spending more energy at that end of the floor. And that's essential for any elite team.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
The Magic making a switch here. Schofield's checked in. The offensive rebound. And that one's good. Right.
You know, guys like Wright, the energy he brings is contagious and good for the whole team. He never lets up, always going full throttle.
Porzingis with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Doncic leading the charge.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
They swipe it.
And Ntilikina is skilled, really skilled at getting good position in the post. I mean, he uses his quick instinct and understanding of the positioning to score inside.
And so it's Orlando.
Your Mavericks.
Kevin, thank you. Aaron.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. Well, for Orlando, Kenny, what was your impression?
They came out as the more physical team. You could tell they put an emphasis on winning the battle of the boards. All of these bodies crashing in glass has given them a physical.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. Hardaway is out there with Wright, and it's Marjanovic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Lob pass to Wagner. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Wagner really can go upstairs, especially when his teammates send it his way.
Here's Wright. Count that one. Wright's got 11 points.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
This team needed a spark, and boy, did they get one with that incredible attack at the rim. Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it. An elite prospect with very few holes in his game. Banchero can score from all 3 levels, makes plays for others. Terrific rebounder, and the list goes on and on.
And stolen by Wright. Dallas calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Many scouts had Banchero as the safest pick in the draft. Would you agree?
He and maybe Jabari Smith Jr. What separates Banchero a little, he's an elite back to the basket scorer. Those guys have become increasingly harder to find.
And the shot goes in from Fultz.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. They trail by 6.
Look at Luka playing hard, which is always the way he goes. It's a foul, but keeps pushing and takes his shot, playing through contact.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that.
Wagner's checked in for the Magic. Good job in the low post.
That would be 4 in a row for them now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, from the step back to his attacking style, some have compared Luka Doncic to the bear, James Harden. There are some similarities, Harden said. Being able to dictate and control the game like he does, he never lets anyone speed him up, and he gets what he wants. Back to you, Kevin.
He always has. They're both pretty fun to watch, David. Thank you. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Banchero. And Doncic gets it to go.
Wow, 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Fultz finds Gordon. Back to Fultz. And finished off by Fultz.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Gordon against Doncic. Here's Marjanovic. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Marjanovic has got 4 points this quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Pass to Wagner. Back to Fultz. 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Gordon. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And Wagner over to help. 3-pointer right. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Led by as many as 14 points. Wagner with it. Hardaway picks him up. And that one's good. Wagner. And it's a 9-point Magic lead.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Right. It's deflected. And Wagner has it in the corner. And that one hits back iron. For Dallas, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And stolen by Wagner. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Here's Gordon. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Dallas shooting well. They're at 45%. Doncic against Gordon. Now here's Marjanovic. He's guarded closely. Comes up empty down low. Magic leading by 9. Fultz with the ball. Now right defender. The Mavericks shooting it beautiful here in the third. 56% from the field. Here's Doncic. 11 points in the game. Over Gordon. They get it again. Marjanovic passes to Porzingis. Nice defense from Wagner.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And, guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
And so it's the Orlando Magic. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back to the action in just a minute. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
Hey, understand, so we're missing shots we normally make. Just can't get stopped. Keep attacking the...
And brushing off the misses, trying to fire up his guys. Jason Kidd asking them to be aggressive.
And that's when they're most dangerous. When they're controlling the pace, clicking on all cylinders, they are a tough out.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. 4th quarter on the floor for the Magic. We've got Banchero, also Vucevic out there, and it's Wagner in at the point, trying to get open as Marjanovic. It's good.
Kristaps did not get thrown off by the contact. He's just too big and long, too determined as well.
Orlando moving the ball around, and stolen by Wright. And here comes the break. Off with the layup. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Doncic with it. Picked up by Banchero. Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Here's Porzingis. Makes it off the glass. Porzingis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Hardaway with the steal. And yes, it's good. Hardaway's got it back down to within single digits for Dallas.
Tell you, it's awesome to see Hardaway Jr. own possessions all by himself. I mean, this has to help with his confidence going forward.
And Orlando making a change here. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
During that last break, I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley said to his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Thank you, David. Porzingis can't hit. Magic leading by 8. From deep, more. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Doncic. Orlando grabs the miss. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Doncic. And then jammed down as he goes right over Nikola Vucevic.
Luka flying to the rim and putting it on top of the defender's head.
And the burst of quickness on display with the Mobile One drive.
That's an incredible move by him on what's been an impressive night all around.
Yep, it counts. And the Magic lead by 8.
Slick crossover move. The defense had no way of keeping up.
It's stolen by Banchero. Into the lane and finished off by Banchero.
And that drive gives Banchero all the momentum he needs. And boy, he turns it into an explosive finish. And that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Yeah, and they've been on the winning end. I mean, effort is one thing you can always control in addition to attitude. I would credit this lead to force of will.
Howard with the steal. And he makes that one. Howard's got the lead up to 14 now for Orlando. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Magic.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Here's Porzingis. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Inside, Porzingis has a lot of advantages. He's stronger than he looks, and we know how tall he is, north of 7 feet, and he's got a super soft touch.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Markelle Fultz.
Well, his ability to penetrate in this one has really been something special, making the defense really look helpless as he was able to get inside time and time again. Not that it's easy to stop a guy with his ball skill and agility, but boy, did he make it look easy.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players.
Just too good a player to leave open.
And so it's Fultz who brings up the ball for the Magic. And another steal for him. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Swiping the ball away with just such ease.
Here's Porzingis. No good on the shot. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Porzingis with the steal. He dishes it to Doncic. And he gets the bucket.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
9 feet out, and Fultz gets it to go. And the Magic lead by 8.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Here's Gordon. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it. Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed it.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's good for two.
Boy, from the moment he entered the league, Doncic has been an immediate star, capable of big nights just about any time he's on the court.
And stolen by Wright. And now here comes Wright, leading the break. Hardaway passes to Marjanovic. It's good.
You know, with that kind of height mismatch, you've got to send help defensively.
And it's the Magic with the ball. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
In for the Magic, Tim Birch.
Goes out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Unable to get the ball. Bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. And so it's Orlando winning this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA.